Jesteśmy dumni tego, że jesteśmy w NATO, ale nikt za nas obowiązku obrony naszego kraju nie będzie brał na swoje barki. Dlatego wojsko polskie musi być tak silne, żeby bronić każdego skrawka polskiej ziemi.
Poland wants to become the main bulwark against the Russian threat and also Belarusian threat.
Our aim for the biggest army, it's in 2035 we would like to achieve 300,000 people.
Decennia lang is het Poolse leger een van de minst ontwikkelde legers van de NAVO. Dat is goed te merken in het museum van de gepantserde wapens in Poznan.
We stay in front of two tanks from T-72 family. This tank derived from Russian, probably in the early of 70s, and Polish tank Wilk. It's developed in the middle of 80s and beginning of 90 years. More of T-72 were sent to Ukraine, especially Polish modification of T-72 called T-72M.
Dat Polen zoveel wapens schenkt aan Oekraïne is niet zo vreemd. De ligging van het land maakt het strategisch erg kwetsbaar. In het noordoosten grenst het aan de zwaar gemilitariseerde Russische exclave Kaliningrad. In het oosten aan Belarus, een van Ruslands trouwste bondgenoten. En in het zuidoosten grenst het aan Oekraïne, het land dat al 1,5 jaar lang in oorlog is met de Russen. Daarom streven de Polen er nu naar het grootste en modernste leger van Europa te worden.
Poland is first of all rearming its armed forces in its current size with new, modern, Western-made equipment. The second line of effort is expanding the armed forces, creating new units, creating, for instance, two army divisions in the east of the country. And the third line of effort is putting more attention into host nation solutions, expanding the infrastructure to host as many as a core of allied forces, primarily the US Army.
Tot grote tevredenheid van de Polen openen de Amerikanen onlangs hun eerste permanente basis in het land. In de stad Poznan staat Camp Kosciuszko.
It's important because what it does is establish the theme of assure, deter, and reinforce. Assure the Polish people that we're here and that we're in the fight to help keep them safe, deter any of our adversaries, and reinforce the partnership with NATO.
Throughout the years, we had somewhat of a drawdown in our presence in Germany, and with some increased threats as we've seen by our friends and their not so friendly personnel to the west, or really to the east, then we have it's a good location strategically for us to be able to serve as a deterrent to countries like Russia who pose a threat to us.
Our presence kind of infers security for the Polish, for this region, stability for this region. The plan is to build it up as much as possible, maybe like the relationship with Germany, with many bases for the US soldiers.
Dat Amerika nu Polen verkiest boven Duitsland doet de Polen erg goed.
I think, they are just changed the middle of gravity, and I think that the Germans are very jealous now, and they try to do as much as possible to stop this process, because it doesn't. But we are really spending a lot, 4% of this budget. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. But what about the Germany? I don't know.
De relatie met Duitsland is altijd gespannen geweest. Nadat Duitsland eeuwenlang Polen heeft overheerst, is het nu een van de meest kritische landen op de huidige Poolse regering. Die regering is al jaren in strijd verwikkeld met de EU. Brussel vindt dat de Poolse regering een te grote grip heeft op de rechterlijke macht. Dat vrouwen- en LHTBI-rechten worden geschonden en dat de vrije pers wordt onderdrukt. Die gespannen verhoudingen hebben ervoor gezorgd dat Polen de miljarden die zij nu investeren in defensie liever niet in Europa besteden.
No, stawiamy sprawę jasną. Jesteśmy gotowi dawać wam zamówienia i pieniądze, ale nie wtedy, jak wy nam wmawiacie, że w Polsce nie ma praworządności.
This specific government may have their specific, viewpoints on many issues, and they can select partners as they wish.
En de Poolse regering komt in dit geval bij een opvallende partner uit: Zuid-Korea.
이제 명실공히 폴란드는 한국의 핵심 우방국이자
jednak dzielimy jedną stronę obrony cywilizacji i pokoju.
This is very significant. I mean, there's no other, bilateral armaments agreement of the size in Europe, actually.
Dat de Polen in Korea gaan shoppen leidt tot gefronste wenkbrauwen in Europa. Waarom geen Europees wapentuig bestellen? Maar volgens analist Swerczynski spelen hier ook praktische redenen een rol.
For the scale of Poland's ambitions and for the time frame of Polish needs, once we have transferred 300 tanks to Ukraine, there is no place in Europe that can provide us with 300 tanks. The German powerhouse of tank production has problems to deliver like 2 battalions per year. So Poland went to the supplier that could offer large quantities in short period of time.
De aanschaf van hypermoderne Koreaanse tanks helpen de Polen ook hun verdere ambities te verwezenlijken.
I remember when I started my career, I remember these post-Soviet vehicles, how the equipment was maybe not so, in delicate way, say, modern. And a lot of young people is really willing to serve in this very modern army. In this year, our aim to recruit new volunteers for army was 25,000. Around August, we already achieved this number. I think we will be one of the strongest, probably the strongest army in this part, so west and middle east part of Europe, I guess.
Politiek gezien zijn de Poolse militaire ambities helemaal niet controversieel. Ze zijn unaniem aangenomen in het parlement. Maar of Polen zijn militaire macht ook om gaat kunnen zetten in concrete invloed, hangt af van wie de volgende verkiezingen wint.
Other countries see our diminished position within the European Union. Clearly, this government, outgoing government, hasn't done everything they could to exploit Poland's rising, military position. Security is more than defense, which means that for Poland to be a truly major security player, it needs to add other factors, other areas to only military. Has it achieved that goal yet? I don't see it happening.